hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ngee Show. My name is Ngozi, and on this episode, I'm discussing Detty December with none other than a cusp of Gen Z, almost pretty much millennial, Mide or I am Mide. Introduce yourself then. Babe, God dear. That made me look old.
My name is Ayomide and I'm the founder of Femme Africa, basically a media company that caters to Gen Z and young millennial women.
I remember what it was. Why young? Define young women. What is? Go ahead. What is young women?
I would say ladies between the age of like.
Careful.
So I would say our target audience is between the age of like 17 to 30.
I like to change it to target audience. You said young women. Why is a 40-year-old not young?
They're young to someone.
Yay!
So I think
my chest.
I think it's all relative and depends on who you're speaking to.
My chest. She said they're young to someone. Girl, you're gonna get there.
I know, I'm looking forward to it.
You're gonna get there. I'm just letting you know. Everybody, Gen Z. The millennials have so much to offer with solid buying power, by the way, so just FYI. Anyway, we're talking Detty, D-E-T-T-Y December. Now, D-E-T-T-Y December now generally is referred to as December in Nigeria. Ghana has come on, the diaspora goes more to Ghana. Well, no, but a lot of girls were here. A lot of, oh my, a lot of foreigners came to Nigeria as well, to Lagos for Detty December. But he originated, I don't know, Mr. Easy said he started it was his song, or it was his something he did in 2016. Some people said it was from Calabar. Either way, it became really popular that 2019 when we like really had a terrible December, like not terrible, but really, really vigorous. And they said it was the reason COVID came to shut us all down. So either way, it's now become popular every December, like it's Detty December, and it's really live. So it's a period where you spend a lot of money, you go to parties back to back to back. That period between December 18th to like 28th, that 10 days doesn't exist in time or space. It's just, you just get up and go. Like darkness and light don't really mean anything.
Yeah.
You just kind of roll in and roll out until then you wake up and you're like, oh crap, I have bills to pay. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that pretty much it?
TikTok sound that's like
Club.
no sleep.
Another club.
Club.
Another club.
No.
Another
Is it like?
plane. Next place. No sleep. Another club. Another club. Another
And that's
club,
pretty much what it's
another
like.
Yeah. So I wasn't in Nigeria last December. I had FOMO for like 10 seconds. By day 2 or 3, I was exhausted watching them on social media. It was back to back, and I thought to myself, did I do this? Apparently I did. My friends were like, shut up, you did. And I don't remember doing it. So what I want to talk about today on Detty December is just, listen, the 5 easiest ways to destroy your life. The first is when you set a budget, now decide not to keep to your budget. Because you thought you had a budget and you got to Zaza or you got to one of the clubs, and then they said, but the champagne is 300K, and you said, sure, bring it. What did you see with regards to like spending this Christmas? Tell us how December was for you first. We know you didn't sleep, so that's done.
So the thing is, like, my December was kind of, it wasn't as like spicy as like, you know, in previous years, because I live in Lagos and I prefer going out in Lagos when it's not December because it's just as fun, less
because
people.
they just got back, all those people. That's what we call them IJGBs, they just got back.
Yeah,
all
everything is crowded. You can't book your normal salon appointments, your nails, all of that stuff. The only good thing, obviously, is like if you live here, is that you've been going to these places, so maybe you have more of like pull or sway than like other stuff. But it's just like the same place that I go to in October, I now have to come at 12 a.m. instead of 2 because there's just so many people.
Because they all want to go to the same
Because they
places.
all want to go to the same places that they've all spent like the beginning of the year or the years
looking at, like, you guys went to this place.
Yeah,
and
so we're going to
I
Zaza,
heard that Zaza
everything.
was, and Zaza is a club in Lagos, guys, if you don't know about it. They're not paying me for this. I don't even know I'm mentioning their name, but they said people couldn't get in.
Oh yeah, there was like people at the gate and like even I go to Zaza quite often, and like even they'll be like, "Why would you come at this time when you know?" And I'm just like,
Like, how dare you come at 2? Do you know it's December?
It's one of those things. So it wasn't that because I was just kind of like, it's the same old, same old. Like I've gone to the same places, and next year we'll still go to the same places.
What happened to, because we've talked about like you spending above your means and all that, which most people do, which is stupid. What happened to the cost? So the cost of everything went up because you can't book, and the same price you used to do your nails for suddenly.
Yeah, like I remember I did my nails maybe on the 17th of this, sometime earlier, and I was like, and my nail tech was like, okay, so when do you want to do your next nails? He's like, he's booked from the 23rd to like 27th. I was like, come, please, this is just not even like, I don't care what
You
do,
said
sort
what
it out.
now?
I'm like, sort it out because like your cost, these people will leave.
He's booked.
He was so booked, like he was really being like, okay, maybe 27th. And I remember him being like, will you do it on Christmas Day? And I was like,
No, I will absolutely not do my nails on
and
Christmas
funny
Day.
story, I'm like, okay, so can I do the 26th? He was like, no, I don't work on Boxing Day. I was like, okay, you draw
Oh, he
a
took a
line.
day off.
Yeah, you draw a line.
Okay.
But everything just becomes like unbearable. So like now I've learned to book all my regular appointments just before the IJGBs land.
I want to talk about what this may be doing for our economy later and whether the government can capitalize on it, but I'll get there. Number 2, did you encounter anyone who came and like, oh, I'm going to, so much fun, I want to change my ticket. And how did that go for them? Listen, because you don't like to hear word. You don't like to hear word. You booked your ticket and you get here and you're like, oh my God.
But that's all I see. It's
For
like,
y'all diaspora.
everybody, I'm like, when are you leaving? They'll be like, on this day that I'll see them out again, and they'll be like, oh, I changed my tickets. They had the time of their
But
life.
wasn't it really expensive to change tickets?
Yeah.
But there's no
I
money.
heard of someone who is still, she might still be stuck here. But I don't
No,
know
she
her
would have gone.
personally.
No, she would have gone.
I heard it was crazy.
Nobody. You know what? Can I say something? Sorry. We're recording in February. This is the beginning of February, just because you won't see it until later. A friend of mine traveled last night. She went to London last night. When she boarded the plane, she sent a message saying, there's no money, there's no money. This flight is like a summer flight. The entire flight is full. Where y'all going? Where y'all going? It's the beginning of February.
Yeah, Nigerians, we exist in a vacuum. Like,
Oh,
what happens?
maybe
what's
we don't have
happening
enough
outside?
flights. It's not our fault. There aren't enough flights. We're
What's
plenty.
happening? I'm always saying that every time. Well, I sound like those people. But when I travel, I'm literally like, I thought we were all broke.
I thought we were all broke. We're broke. QUE at the end, not broke. K.
No, it sounds like you could not tell that we were going through economic difficulties in December. There was everybody was out. You couldn't move.
But so is it possible then that we don't have enough? Or do we have, are there places that didn't see a lot of patronage, you know? Did you hear?
No, but
Because we're plenty.
Yeah, and everywhere that like people might not usually go now, like it was kind of, they locked out as well. So a lot of times what you find is that people are trying to open places in time for December so that they get that December rush
And then
they can now,
relax.
go back to the drawing table. But I think a lot of people if you're doing anything in December, you have the bodies.
You have the bodies. You have the bodies in December. I hear that. Okay. And then, number 3, what do you think about doing it? You know what? Let me know, like back to back. If you're young, you can. Let me just shut up. It's my age that is showing.
December.
Because
or
I
like
had
the
friends.
going out.
The going out, the Decemberness of December. It was back to back to back. And one day my friend said, my leg is swollen, please.
Also, a lot of people got sick. So, like, you have to pray that you will get sick at one point or the other.
Yeah.
So,
So you're going to fall. You're going to get sick. Yeah.
that's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
So you just have to pray that, like, maybe it's even in the beginning or the end, not like peak period. Like, my best friend was literally sick in the
middle.
Yes, in the middle of December.
Hey!
And, like, she didn't even do anything during those periods.
And that's the thing. When you fall sick, you just sit down.
Yeah.
You sit your booty down.
So everything becomes unimportant because you can't do anything.
Yeah. So on that note, back to back, fine if you're young, but you're going to fall sick. So hope you do fall sick at the beginning or the end. But in the middle, maybe try and just keep your immunity up.
Yeah,
Drink your water.
your vitamin.
The alcohol is plenty, but try to drink water.
Because you're dehydrated
You're
and like you're drinking, you're waking up, you go to the beach. Like,
You go to the beach.
I
And that is even, this is even for you who's young and not married.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say single, but not married. No kids. The ones that have kids. When you finish enjoying yourself, then you now take your kids to the beach.
Yeah.
Then there's a kids meetup. And then the young kids want to go to my son said it's not natives. I don't know what they call the name of some small teenagers concert that they go to. So it's even worse for parents.
Yeah, you have to balance all.
Oh my gosh. Number 4, don't enter a relationship in December. don't do it. I just don't think the mind is right. I just feel like all that everybody's at their best. They paid extra for their lashes, their nails, their hair. They're their best. And like everybody's all like, woo! And she probably lives in Qatar and you live in San Diego, like, you know, and then you meet each other in the club and it's so great because you're the euphoria of December and suddenly you think you're in love. You're not in love, my dear. Don't do it. What are your thoughts?
The people that I feel, actually, it could go both ways, but the people I feel bad for is like sometimes there's these like IJGP
The returnees,
girls.
yeah, the girls, yeah.
They come and like obviously Lagos men get to them and then
The Lagos
they
don't
realize
that Lagos may need to be another topic.
yeah,
But we'll
they
talk
don't
about it.
realize that those people are crazy. So you can meet a guy at like maybe it's your first 5 days of holiday, like you guys are together back to back. The next day you go to South that he's with someone else, and that's just how the story goes.
And you will now feel like
And you
your
don't know
heart
then.
should break, and your heart should not break. It's not you, honey.
So December is a good time for your heart to be broken because you'll be outside.
You'll be
You'll feel
okay.
it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a
that's
great
another
time.
that's another angle that your heart will break, but at least you'll be
had
outside.
fun. Exactly, you had a good time.
But because I love you guys, women, ladies, young ladies, don't fall in love in the first 5 days. Unless truly you just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you want to have a good time, he's fine, he's spending, girl, do you. Do you. But don't now be like, when you're not seeing with somebody, it's not be like, and like I hear that somebody was fighting. Girl, who you fighting for? Who you
Never
fighting
worth
with?
it.
Don't do it. Never worth it. Realize that. Never worth it. And that's the second part. So now going back to it, don't let anyone tie you down at the beginning. Let the relationship go through December if it wants to, and let's see how it is in January when the dust settles. Yeah, when the dust settles. Because these niggas, no. He left his wife in London. He might live in a council flat. Do not do it. I'm begging you. That's number 4. And number 5, go back home. Go back home. And when I say go back home, I truly mean go back home. Whether you live here or whether you live there, go back home. A lot of people come out in December and it's difficult for them to now return to normalcy.
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, I want to move to Lagos. I'm like, nope.
No,
After, like, that's not a time to make such a decision. Coming in December, we're not living December.
It's not real
we
life.
go to work. Like, we actually go to work.
I don't think they believe you.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't work.
We go to work.
Lagos is, I don't even know what part of the world that maybe exists, Jamaica, I don't know. But people, they work. These people you see, they have jobs. Yeah, they don't believe you. Because in December...
Because they'll be like, okay, maybe it'll be South on Monday, this on Tuesday, but for the majority, like, we go to work.
Yeah. They go to work.
There's traffic.
Well,
at least they saw traffic in December. The traffic in December was atrocious. That's another reason I don't want to leave my house.
What? Because there's so many cars. Everybody wants to go to the same place.
Really bad.
Oh my God. Did you hear of anyone who was in Ghana? And how was it? Did you hear any experiences?
People always have fun in Ghana. Like I had a friend who came to Lagos and then she went
From
to
Ghana. Okay.
No, she came to Lagos first, then she went to Ghana, but she was sort of saving all her energy for Ghana. So like
A friend.
Yeah, she's American. So
Okay, so she's
Americans love Ghana.
I know.
She's Nigerian American.
Ghana told a good story.
Yeah, they
Ghana told a good PR story early. So that leads me to that last point of government. And you're young and you're very, not nationalist, you like Nigeria in the sense that I feel like you love your country. You want to. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
It's really tough. It's like an abusive relationship, but we're here, we're struggling through it. Ghana told a good story early. You know, then Boris Kojo, then we're going, the president seemed, they did the year of return. They did this thing where people felt safer to go.
Yeah.
What can we do differently? Because our only job noise. Our rep is that the men will do this, the girls that come here and make videos, is as if it's just men that are sponsoring. That's not the case.
Yeah, I think also we have like infrastructural problems, like even in terms of like visas and visa on arrival and all of this stuff. Like we don't seem like a country that is receptive to having people to come.
Wow.
I'm just,
I
that's even
people,
on the...
I have heard that Nigerian visa is actually stressful.
Yeah, on the one end, and it's just inconsistent and expensive. Like I've done quite a few visa on arrivals and I'm just for people and I'm like, today, it's just long. So I
Really?
think,
The visa on arrival is long.
yeah, you just, unless you have someone, and obviously you're paying, it's one
Premium.
of those things, yeah. So there's infrastructure on that level. I personally, I know we love the government and want them to do some stuff, but I just think we're at capacity. Like, don't even come.
She's
My own advice is like, I do not want it to be like Ghana. Like, just don't come. It's okay.
Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We are enough for
Exactly.
ourselves.
We actually are.
Wow.
Because I saw, like, apparently Kanye West is touring, and, like, they put December 14th to come to Lagos.
No,
And I'm
no.
How?
Where?
Echo Energy City, which I'm guessing is Atlantic.
Is it Atlantic? Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, do we even have
The road. Do we? We do. We do. When we need to do something right, we will do it right. I remember, and I know that he's been cancelled, but many years ago, R. Kelly came to Nigeria, right? And I was working on, the company that brought him in, and he wanted to bring in his own piano and like his what do we used to call it? His running list, his runner.
rider?
Thank you, my love. His rider, which is the list of things that the artist needs, it was ridiculous. We were battling customs to get his things out, but let me tell you that Nigeria can work if Nigeria wants to work. I could not believe the level of efficiency that we got to when it was time to now move things along. Yeah. And he played at Polo Club.
So it has
and
to
it was
do with,
packed.
Again, the government and like people caring and being like,
yeah.
Oh,
Kanye is touring and is coming to Nigeria.
According to
my stress level just went up. I hope I'm not here. I like Kanye, bless him, he's amazing, but oh wow.
What would that look like?
What would that look like? Yeah. But anyway, so Detty December is, it's like you guys just stay where you are. We don't vote. And I think part of the bigger problem, and I wanted to touch on this before I end, is Lagos. Nigeria is so much more. People don't come to Detty December and say I went to Abuja and dettied. Why is it just Lagos? Lagos is not big. We don't
have that. Abuja people come to Lagos. Everybody comes to Lagos.
Can't they, Abuja do something? Port Harcourt, no, they'll pick you. Abuja is apparently dangerous now.
Yeah, apparently it's not. It's really bad.
It's not. It's bad. Okay, so dear government, sir, my presido, no, we don't play with you, sir. What can we do so that Detty December, we don't even want to attract them. We're enough for each other, but they're gonna come anyway because it is what it is, right? Nigerians in diaspora want to come home. How do we create a space where there's stuff to do in Abuja? Abuja entrepreneurs, your clubs, your whatever it is we're doing here, your Zazas and your whatever they are, do them so people can come. They have hotels, they have better roads, apparently. Okay.
I mean, they do, but Abuja people drive as if they don't like their lives. So.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know.
Detty December is a real thing. Detty December is a real thing. We love it. We want to rest during Detty December. Guys, it's important. If you cannot do back-to-back, don't do back-to-back. If you can do back-to-back, drink water, stay hydrated.
Vitamins.
Drink your vitamins. You will fall sick, but the better hydrated and the more vitamins you take, the better your chances of staying alive. Don't overspend.
Don't because you still have your life to go back to.
They don't think so. I think they think that after December, or that when they come, one man will then, or somebody will pay for the next 6 months of your life.
Nigerian men are known for doing things like that. So can we blame them? No. It's just not a good plan.
It's not a good plan.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
If it happens,
thank you. If it happens, good luck. But it's not a good plan. 3, don't get in a relationship. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you get, when I say relationship, like a relationship that you think in your mind, you're committed, this is the babe. Then when you now get the babe and you're holding babe, babe is for the street. Leave babe. Leave babe until January. If in January you and babe are still like, whatever, then okay, let's have a conversation, right? Don't babe in December. You're even limiting yourself, to be honest, right?
True.
And then the whole ticket change, that other thing, go home.
Go home.
Right? Go home. Lagos is not, You have not paid service fee in Lagos. Go home. Go home. Yeah? Okay. Mide, thank you so
Great
much
to be here.
for being for such a good sport. Until next time, guys, if you have any comments, make them in the comment box under the screen. Subscribe. This is the handle for FemMag.
Fem Africa.
Oh, but did you have a magazine time thing one time? When people were reading magazines, but now we don't like to read anything. Fem Africa. And then until next time, my name is Ngee. Keep it real. You have to keep it real.
Oh, keep it real.
Thank you.